So I've made an actual save now. Because I'm very, 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 very nervous that this is going to be the point of no return. I don't know, because it hasn't warned me, and that normally means that maybe it isn't, maybe I'm just a little paranoid, maybe she isn't even going to be in here, but it seems like my shivers really wants me to make my way inside this goddamn door. And normally I would skip over trying to slam my way through a door 100 goddamn times. I know this is also sort of cheating, and I know I've done that quite a bit this series. I'm really sorry for that, but it's just my addiction to finding absolutely everything in a world, and just being that completionist. Sometimes I have to just brute force my way through a 3% chance check, because I'm an absolute idiot. And I don't know, man. Something's really drawing me to having Kim in there with me. I don't want to do this alone. I don't want to climb up that fucking ladder. I want my boy Kim. I want my boy Kim. I've grown so close to him over however long we've been here. And oh my god, this is taking way longer than I expected. But my god, he is one of my favorite companions I have had in a game in a very, very long time. I really, really, really want Disco Elysium 2, or whatever the hell it'll be. I don't know if there is even going to be a possibility of a sequel after this. Maybe the world ends. Maybe we all fall into that tiny 2mm hole. We've all been there. But, I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I really, really don't. And this is now taking about 10 tries to slam down the goddamn door. I don't know, it's been a damn while already. Will you fucking open, you stupid pipe? Why, thank you! The metal doors are heavy, and the flaking rust hurts your palms, but together with the lieutenant, you managed to slide them open just enough to squeeze in. Good work. The lieutenant nods toward the impenetrable darkness inside. Shall we? I'm nervous! I don't like it. I can leave whenever I want, right? Said impenetrable darkness. Impenetrable darkness is scary. So I will turn on my torch. What in hell do we have in here? Oh, that's nice. This overturned table is covered in orange mildew, crawling with something. Doesn't happen to be a cryptid, does it? Old file folders in the cart. Documents silvery, with mold. This collapse nearly sealed the basement. One can barely squeeze by. Antiquated office furniture, last century maybe. Brought down and forgotten. So long ago. I really like the shadows of areas like this. It's still such a gorgeous game. Even with its dark, dingy, just dirty art style in many places. It's depressingly gorgeous. A series of thick, dusty panes of glass. This isn't just glass. These are old computation components. These are computer components? Yeah, filament memories from the time then wires were cast in glass. Slides with an inlaid nervous system. How'd they do that? Why? The how was a closely guarded secret. Something that was locked in safes and human heads across the river, where they were manufactured. As to why? Your fingers don't know. The why is easy, because they hadn't come up with modern silicon-based systems yet. For vitreous cast filament memories, though they seem incredibly advanced. Hey Kim, look. Old cybernetics. Lieutenant tilts his head, watching the light glimmer on the glass. So it is. I think these used to form a single system, slotted in the wall. So this is all that remains of failed R&D. He nods. The rest of the building seems to have been picked clean. Could this be part of the fell playback experiment? These? No, these are old filament memories. I hope you're not expecting to find that device here. You will be disappointed. All you will find here is pain! Thank you, Inland Empire. You're meant to cause me happiness. You're meant to be my wonderful escape from reality, aren't you? My mind palace. What do we got in here? In the beam of the flashlight, a crevice in the wall. That's a fucking picture of me, isn't it? Stale fabrics, smell, and dust. No one slept here in months. Maybe years. Well, it's nothing for me to worry about. Well, it's a revolutionary hat. I'm sure we'll look gorgeous in it, but we don't want to do all that communism shite. Revolutionist propaganda on the bunk bed. Ancient flyers and brochures. These pots and plates are full of dust and spiderwebs. This is that little concrete slit we were looking into. Same slit window you saw from the outside. Could this have been the killer's hideout? And this narrow window, the point of origin of the shot that killed the mercenary? Really? Peek out. Outside the window, the day is clear, and as mild as can be in early spring. Hey, Kim, could the killer have used this as a hideout? It's a great place to hide, certainly, but there hasn't been anyone here in ages. Kim, I can't see the whirling in rags. The shot didn't come from here. Indeed. No one could get a clear view. Well, at least we've been thorough. I like thorough. Lieutenant's voice betrays a slight disappointment, which he glosses over by reasserting control. Krasmazov portrait. A mustachioed and mutton-chopped man, amateurishly depicted, gazes at you with sad eyes. A plaque reads K. Marzov. There is a spider web in the lower left corner of the portrait. Brush the dust off the portrait, so it wasn't me. Years worth of dust is shaken off. That full head of hair, matched by an ample mustache and sideburns. Look a bit silly. Someone crouches, heels digging into wet sand. Hands sweep across the sand. Grains sticking to the frayed skin of the fingertips. An old man sits on a slab of concrete and taps his fingers against the glass of a scope. You shudder. Interesting. Look, Kim, it's Comrade Marzov. Yes, I could see that. Looks like some communists were hiding out here. They left a long time ago. Lieutenant does not seem to share your enthusiasm. I don't know why I'm so enthusiastic about it at all. A long time? How long? Half a century. It was probably part of the network of defense posts the communards built against the amphibious landing. He looks around. I think the purpose of this bunker was to produce propaganda. It would have had radio equipment back then, but that's all been looted. What's with all these secret weapons caches and secret bunkers? We've found a lot of those lately. I guess what most people think of as history tends to linger in rundown neighborhoods. Martinez being what it is, no one has gone through the trouble of cleaning out the old bunkers. Maybe I should move in here. Seems cozy. I won't stand in your way, but only after we're through with this case. I mean, I'm pretty sure that fucking everyone else will. Do I really want to live in a horrible underground communist bunker? Could it be connected to the Marzov bust we found in the students' room? Millions of depictions of Marzov have been produced. They're not all connected. Besides, that looked like some student. The youths always go for this kind of stuff. Could someone have stopped through here recently? You mean like Ruby? No, I think we stumbled on a piece of history. Let's go. Glad I took out the flashlight, though. The flashlight is immensely useful. Wonder how many secrets I may have missed by, not using it in all the dark places. What do we got in here? Could have sworn I looted this. Hello. An intrasolary suit jacket. It's very nice, but it's not as good as my commander's jacket. Makes me feel manly. So what the fuck's going on here, huh? Boot prints in the sand. One of the souls appears more worn than the other. We did it. Things from way long ago as well. Something in the air. An unnatural buzzing. The tunnel collapsed. I'll have to find another way around, or I could just click and let my fucking... Let the automation run its way around. It's getting louder. The buzzing sound. What the fuck is this? There it is again. Like a swarm of hornets buzzing under your scalp. Strange tingling you can almost smell. Lieutenant, do you feel something? No. What do you mean? A pain. Strange tingling. I don't feel it, but... He looks beyond the arch. We should still be careful. There are footprints back there, and I'm pretty sure they were fresh. You really don't feel anything? No, but you are the sensitive one. It's not a quib. Situation is dangerous. He trusts your gut feeling on this. I saw them too. Footprints with the right soles, worn smooth. Looks like our suspect. If she's in here, we need to plan our next step carefully. What do you mean? He lowers his voice. Once we detain a credible suspect, who knows what the Union and the Wild Pines will do? We'll set in motion events we have no control over. You will upset the balance of power in Martinez. The deadlock between the company and the Union will destabilize. Keep calm. Go over the whole situation in detail. We still don't know the full extent of Everard's plans. I told Joyce, maybe we should see Evrod again. I'll leave that to your judgment. This is the point of no return, isn't it? You already know what I think about cross-pollinating information like this. It's dangerous, but you just can't be sure. Maybe it will yield something useful. We solved the strike deadlock by telling Joyce about the Union's plans. I still don't think that was a good idea, but yes, our affairs with the Wild Pines are in order, since she isn't in Martinez anymore. Someone's been a very busy boy. Good on you. You're still on a date with the pigs, and my gun. We absolutely cannot skip that appointment. His face is stone. Consider that 100% confirmed. I fear you'll need your gun for this. True! Okay, scary. His hand rests on his holster. It's not enough. You need a gun in your hand too. Your gun. We've checked the boy with Classier's documents, but I want to hear her take on why it was empty before. Okay, why not? Whatever goes down might also affect her. The Union is watching her closely now. Not closely enough, you suspect, but still, good idea to visit her once more. What even is that one? This one is just just a complete collection of spider cock. Do you think whatever happens will affect our cryptozoologists? You mean Morel? I don't see how cryptozoology and the murder investigation are connected, but the situation in the city will get tense for everyone. How bad do you think things could get? Well, we're not responsible for what we can't predict. Are we? I don't think the entire city will be razed to the ground. He smiles in the dark. Let's try not to worry, he thinks. If you can't predict it, there's nothing you could have done. What do you think's waiting for us there? I think I see a cavern. Lieutenant's whisper echoes down the tunnel. Maybe more cellars? I think we've been careful enough. We still have the element of surprise. I won't be so sure. You haven't exactly been sneaking. Or maybe not. He puts his hand to his holster. Either way, once we go deeper, there will be no turning back. Bye-bye! Let's never, ever come here for a very long time. Thank you so much. I've reached the point of no return in one of my favorite games I've played in a long time. No! Disco Elysium's coming to an end. Oh, I'll miss it so much, man. I know I could probably play it like again and again and again and always have different outcomes. I don't know if you always have to end up getting the right suspect. Hell, I probably could have arrested Classier long ago and had something totally different unfold, but I'm still not entirely sure that she isn't the culprit. Oh look, I guess that's if I went up on the roof instead. But I kind of prefer this direction, and I wouldn't have had Kim if I went that way. Maybe I can try both, I don't know. Let me take a look at my journal real quick. Check island for bullet traces. We still need to go to the fucking island. Which means we need... what's her name's boat? But I genuinely have no idea how we're even going to be able to do that. It just doesn't ever seem to happen. Like... she said a few days from now. I can't just have Harry wake up, do nothing, and go back to sleep. It doesn't work that way. Am I gonna have to leave a little task unchecked? Am I never actually gonna ensure that a bullet couldn't have come from there? I'm pretty sure it's the most unlikely one, wasn't it? But it's still, I'd still like to wrap it up. Be totally sure, 100% certain that I did this right. That I got the right fucking culprit. And I'm somehow lost. Where the hell is, where's our little date lady? Where's our little budding girlfriend? But I mean our as well, since Kim also came with us. It's complicated. It's a very modern relationship. Yes, I suck Kim's dick. Right, where are you, dude? There you are. Okay. Huh. It's not actually connected up as I thought it was.
The waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmered.
I can't ask about your damn boat, can I? The planks creak beneath your weight. Oh! I probably needed Joyce! What the hell was I calling her earlier? Like, I don't know. I was calling her a name that was nowhere even close to Joyce, and I don't even know how. Since she's one of my favorite characters. I forgot everything about her earlier. I'm not exactly sure how that happened, but yeah. I think maybe we needed her boat. Which is a real shame, because there's no other real way to do this. So I guess we return to the cryptozoologists, we make friends with Wheelchair Lady, we sing karaoke, that's very important, we talk to Evra. Other than that, I think we're pretty much done. And that absolutely scares the piss out of me. Oh, I need to clean up my boots and send the body off to process. Here, the body will just never go processed, for fuck's sake. Oh dear. I guess it's probably time to go see Evra. I always vaguely forget where he is. I'm surprised I couldn't track down the female mercenary either. Hell, maybe it is Ruby. There is a high chance that it is Ruby. It's even potentially Classier. You never fucking know, right? Like, the other dude is relatively well undercover. Classier's like their communications officer, right? Or, sorry, the female is their communications officer. It's probably not Classier, but she could be really good at, like, disguising herself and rhetoric and, you know, manipulation. Maybe that... What the fuck? This is new. A giant aspirin on the pillow and the pattern of a coffee rings on the armrest. Someone is habitually chilling next to the radio. I can't mess with the radio, though. Can I do anything here? No. Strange. Okay, well, to Everett we go. I know it is a little bit far off, so I'll see you guys soon. Well, here we go. I don't even know what I can clear up with him, I guess. This is really, like, the, moralist thing to do, huh? Telling everyone everything. I almost don't want to do it, because I don't like Everett.
So, the ship has sailed. Did you see it? I know you did. Tell me, what did it look like as it grew smaller and smaller, when that mainsail dropped behind the horizon?
Don't like your voice, I prefer what I did to it.
Did it look like a piece of bacteria?
You get a sinking feeling. No. It looked like a boat sailing away from the coast. No need to be overly dramatic. What have you done? You wanted to relay all this information to her. The lieutenant cuts in. That this is a takeover! That I want a war? Oh, you wanted us to? I see. He nods forcefully. God, I hope you told her about the drug trade. That's not his voice. I hope you told her about the drug trade. They absolutely ain't getting their hands dirty with that. Was that it? I don't remember. You can kill 1 million people, but if you do something the police doesn't like, well, then you're out of the yacht club. A vein on his forehead is pulsating. Goodbye, you inhuman fuck. Now I know why you've been so forthcoming. No, Harry. What we have is real. We're working men. This here, he taps his chest and points at you, is real. So this was your plan all along, for me to relay this information to her. Harry, he exhales slowly. I can't see into the future. We're all playing by ear on this planet. I had no idea she'd react so strongly. But you did want me to relay info to her. I did. I knew the negotiations would go better with police officers telling her horror stories from inside the harbour. Scarier this way. Turns out it was a magnificent strategy. I never thought it'd so fundamentally fuck her up. How do you know she left? Harry, I bugged her cabin. I bugged her old boat. I had cameras surveying her boat. Hell, I even wanted to bug that thermal cup, but my boys advised against it. So you've been listening to our conversations all the time? Not me personally. He stretches his arms like a discus thrower. I had guys recording and processing this information for me. The Hardy Boys. Hell no, he exclaims. They'd fuck it up. They can't do anything right. I mean, my real boys, my special task force boys. And where are these boys? They sure as hell aren't hanging out in the open with beers in their hands for the cops to question. Oh, they're pros, Mr. Kitsuragi. You used me. Harry, you made a conscious decision to relay that information to her. You could have kept it for yourself. You used my intellectual curiosity against me. Against you? He's taken aback. Oh, Harry, I'd like to think I used it for you. It was interesting. No arguing against that. But she told me a beautiful story about the discovery of the Insulinda. Of course she did. Rich people have the best stories about all the interesting things they've done and seen. All the beautiful places they've been to. It's just sentimentalism. She can afford to be sentimental. She can afford to lose as well. It saddens him that she can. Sours it. But only the tiny bit. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. But she said she's insane. Like me. She's not insane. What did she tell you? His expression betrays extreme skepticism. She told me that she's over-radiated from pale transit. No, she's not. She's a sentimental alcoholic. They all are. Never take a drop. Never take a drop and you'll be 8 laps ahead of those upper-class winos, just like Mr. Old Clare here. Try it. You'll be a real super detective. I've actually walked the path of sobriety for a while now. I can see that, Harry. He studies your face. Alcohol has left its marks, but you're doing better than when I first saw you. Rich man is shitting himself for working class sober. So what's gonna happen now? What was always gonna happen? We take the Arbor and she fucks off to a Zone, uncorks a bottle of wine, calls her partners and says they need to distance themselves from this nasty business before the big shit spinner splashes everyone. Only difference is the Union doesn't have to lose 2,000 men to machine gun fire. Damn, Everett, I was hoping I'd get to fuck you over in the end, not the other way around. Yeah, it's normally like that in games, huh? This time they were playing us all along. But I swore fealty to her. She was my beautiful lady. I have a bad taste in my mouth. You better make sure this ends up saving lives. That it will, Harry. That it will. A sincere smile crosses his face. That's the bad taste. Please. You're not a sommelier, eh? You're a cop. You knew something. Something big. And you wanted to see what happens when you tell someone, so you told her. Anyone who's ever been close to power will tell you. Inside information is the sweetest thing in the world. It's better than money. Better than pussy. Money only makes you special for some salesman. Pussy only makes you special for yourself. Information makes you special for all mankind. It's a ticket to history. Right on, Harry. What you did was participate in history. When history calls, you have to pick up. You'd had no choice. None of us ever do. Oh, disco cop like you. I knew you weren't one to resist temptation. You know what, detective? I'm going to leave this out of my report, and I suggest you leave it out of yours, too. Let's look at the three of us. 3 careless arrows. Good times, good times. So what the fuck now? Now we let bygones be bygones. There's a lot of work to do. For me, and for you. I suppose there was a reason you came here, so let's have it. What can I help my best friend and comrade with today? Shit. That's it. He won. Scumbag Everett Clare won. Well, I got a petty little victory by fucking him over and getting a fake signature, but oh, balls. I'm sorry, Joyce. I'd be on his side if he wasn't the most corrupt man in the world. I'm all for like, hey, up the working man, but like that gelatinous scumbag. Sometimes he's sincere. That's the problem, and you never ever ever know what is real and what is fake with that cunt. You never even know who he is. It could be Everett, it could be the other one, Edgar or whatever his name is. Yeah, you've still got absolutely nothing to say. It's a shame you were like a really interesting little detail, but I guess it is just an Easter egg if you ram your head against a wall enough to break into that fucking, what's it called? What are they called? Hello? Brain? You want a fucking function? Cargo things. These. Crate? Something crate? Shipping crate. There you go. Sorry if you can hear that awful noise. It's me tearing open a fucking thing of bottled water because I need myself another drink since this game is very voice acting heavy for me and I am been quite ill for like the entire fucking LP, so we're gonna ignore that. I like to think I did at least someone some justice. I quite like what I did with Kim over the time. I was getting a decent accent going with him, even if it does change with every session because I've got a terrible memory, but I like it. I like doing a bit of voice acting. I actually, if you guys don't know, I was well, I still am, I guess. I did a bit of quite a lot of voice acting last year, and I kind of want to get back into it. It was very fun, and you can make a lot of money from like doing not all that much. And I'm always a fan of that. So let's make our way out of here. And voice acting, it's just really fun. I love doing anything creative. I have like 3... Like my main business, if you guys don't know, I'm like a professional freelance video editor. That's always really fucking fun. Like it's so cool. I have to work on things creative or my mind just explodes. So it's so cool that I got to do that as a career. I'm a happy boy. And then obviously this, which is like my main hobby. I'm just a very creative bastard. I'm such a pretentious prick. Right,
Yes?
fuck off, Kim. No, don't, please, I love you so much. Find the murder weapon. Yeah, I still haven't found it. Still don't know what to do with those fucking spirits. Oh, for the figurines of Dolores Day, don't know what that's about. We need to smash our way. Oh! Maybe once I have the boots, I'll be able to kick down the door. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Holy shit, I'm a genius. Okay. I mean, that was probably really obvious, and you guys have probably been commenting it over and over and again. But I've almost finished this entire like, so far, I believe part 4 has been uploaded just today. I'm now right near the end as far as I can tell. Oh, Titus, you got anything new to say?
Tornado is back. What do you want?
Copernado? I never want to talk to you again. That was disgusting. Hey, you're all here. Beautiful. Wow, you're a stylish boy when you look at you from this angle. I want to see what Lena has to say first.
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you.
Just doing my job, ma'am. The 8-eyed Teratorn tie. Oh, it's a tie. Here, I want to give you a small token of my gratitude. She hands you a thin ribbon held together by a silver bird skull. It's a tie. Mesquite in origin. The pin is an antique, quite special. The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's in the shape of an avian skull with 8 eyes. You could ask her about this when you get the time. It's probably a cryptid, but the phasmid, of course, is more important. You never told me you'd seen the phasmid. Oh, you don't want to hear about some old woman's ramblings? Ramblings? Nonsense. Your description of the phasmid is the most precise I've ever heard. But, darling, I didn't even get the size of it right. Measuring things is important. How did she get the size? You were a child, my dear, really. It's extraordinary you're able to describe. Now, go on, tell our friend about it. He's proven his interest in the field. That is a way, way bigger compliment than it sounds like. Reflexively, Lieutenant readies his familiar notebook. Why? You'd not it. He's finally getting interested. That's so cute. Well, it was summer, she starts. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one. Many times my height, I remember. When all of a sudden... Wait, where was this? How old were you? I am getting ahead of myself. I was 5.5, in Betancourt in the suburbs. My grandmother had a home there. She just started forming memories. Real memories, not the billowy haze of infanthood. Betancourt got bombed in the war. Used to be quite near. CA, don't know what that means, 20 kilometers from here. What happened? The strangest moment of my life. I looked up and one of the reeds moved. Not like a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up. It looked at me. Its body unfolded like some antique toy. I've never seen anything like it. I didn't know this could happen, so I reached my arm out and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of reed, but it moved, swaying, towering above me. She looks at you after a while. Oh, she looks at you. After a while, 20 seconds maybe? 20 seconds? A minute maybe? It left. Went into the reeds. Did you follow it? I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore. I was just standing there, knee-deep in mud, looking around me. Where did you go? Don't go. Then what? I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk, and told her they were looking at me. She chuckles. She chuckles. Of course, she just laughed at me. But I knew what I'd seen. For years, it was a story I told at parties, when I wanted to impress boys, that sort of thing. She brushes her hair back. Of course, most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote. So did I, honestly, but then I met Morel. We were on a date, can you imagine? She tells me a story, and it's the most detailed report of the Insulindian phasmid I've ever heard. The sounds, she told me it hissed. So that's how they met. This is beyond significance to them. It did, yes. Like reeds in a gust of wind. The way it moved, the colour, how some of its limbs were white like marble. He breathes excitedly. It matched perfectly with what I know from other accounts. It was amazing. If it weren't for Lena, I might have given up hope years ago. It's no exaggeration to say that she restored my faith in my profession. He looks at her with admiration, forgetting a wide smile on his face. Oh, you're on a date? Oh, first, yes. The old woman looks at her husband tenderly. The glance is tender, yes, but tempered by something else. A thought she can't express even to him. Interesting. Its limbs are white. Not all of them, he answers for her. There is some white coloration reported, along with beige, where the camouflage ends. How big was it? It's hard to say how big things are when you're quite small yourself. That's why you've always got to go with short girls. To me, it seems to be taller than I was then, but that's probably not the case. What if it is the case? Maybe you imagined it, Lena. Oh, don't say that. Kim, what do you think of this? I thought it was a wonderful story, Mum. She closes his notes and gives her a simple smile. But I don't believe it. Child left unattended on a warm day. Children make up stories and then end up believing them. Well, thank you for sharing this with me. I'm not going to say that because it's beyond significance for them. That's just rude. You're welcome, sweetie. I do appreciate the chance to relive it whenever I get one. It was just such an impossibly sunshiny day. So warm. And she could get up and walk right into the reeds on her own. Into the mud. Anywhere. I like the little subtle hand movement she has and the breathing. It's got some nice animation quirks in this game, even if it's not the most advanced thing in the world. That's all for now, man. Thank you. I'm gonna put away my torch, because stop shining a light on your own cock. Jesus. Like you're trying to burn away a demon, which I'm sure is in there. But that's not how you get rid of crabs, sir. I promise you. We've all been there. I'm gonna take out my sword. That seems much less dangerous. Oh. Talk to me, arsewite.
Always a pleasure to see an officer of the law.
You mean officers, shithead? Wow. Just that again, huh?
I couldn't possibly shower thanks on you as enthusiastically as my wife has, but I am grateful for your assistance, officer.
He says with a friendly nod. He tries to play it cool, remain professional, but inside, this man is itching for some news on those traps. Did you know Gary was hiding the armor? Hell no, I had no idea, and I'm still cross with him, to be honest. It's not like him. He's got his quirks, but dishonesty or disloyalty are not one of them. Thanks, the man mutters in the distance, but he doesn't dare say any more. He's still glad his friend stood up for him. So I checked all the traps. Good. Okay. And one of them was empty. Completely empty. The cryptozoologist's eyes grow wide. Yes, there was nothing in the trap. No locusts, no phasmid. No locusts, but no phasmid either. That's not ideal, but the empty trap was the one at your campsite. Maybe this factors into it somehow. I definitely left that one stocked. Right from the campsite? The old woman's face lights up. It just means the Insulindian phasmid is even cleverer than we thought. She's engaging in a well-known self-deception called motivated reasoning. You should correct them. Of course, the detective whispers to himself. More clever. You're dealing with a subject near and dear to their hearts. It might behove you to tread lightly. Yes, the Phantasmodia picked off the locusts and then escaped. This is good news. We'll have to reconsider the design of the traps. Make them more secure. His companion sighs. Another trip to the reeds. Are you sure you've exhausted all the alternative explanations? The cryptozoologist's face flushes with indignation. Of course we have! Wait, Morel? The old woman raises her hand. He may have a point. We have an obligation to rule out other hypotheses. His face relaxes. You're right, dear. It's a fair point. But he turns to you. Oh, but what other... sorry, where did I get that from? But what other explanation could there be? This is a big deal for us. Oh, pardon me. This is a big deal for us. You've helped us twice now and brought great news too. My gratitude and the gratitude of the Society Cryptozoologique de Revachol is yours. Heartfelt gratitude, but does it feel like closure? What really happened? Thank you. It's an honor, he says with a straight face and then turns to you. We should probably return to our main investigation here. This has been refreshing, but helping cryptozoologists isn't really a priority for the organization, is it? The lieutenant looks out the window impatiently. When did I insult him? Kuno's a hooligan? What's this got to do with Kuno? Excuse me?
Hello.
Okay, well let's develop an alternative theory. Consider the way the empty trap was disturbed, as though shaken. Most likely the hands of a young person. Hands small enough to fit inside the trap too. You should ask the red-headed boy, Kuno. I think a little hooligan called Kuno may have stolen the locusts. Little hooligan? What would a child want with bugs? A shadow of worry passes over the woman's face. Oh, my dear Morel, you've been an old man for too long. Kids love to torment insects, almost as much as they love to torment old folks. I'll talk to the little gremlin and see if anything comes up. Delinquents, my favorite. Doesn't sound like it's really his favorite. Oh, really? Well, what gave you that idea? Oh, you've been such a dear to us. Please let us know whenever you turn up. I have a feeling we're getting so close. The man turns to his companions. Well, I see you've got all the help you need. I'll see you tonight in my place. Let's play suzerainty, but no more field trips for me. After this is your last chance to talk to Gary. Really, Gary? The woman's voice is a little shaky suddenly. We're getting somewhere here, but I'd love to play suzerainty, but... Lena, I'm sorry, but you're not getting anywhere. It was some kids. I know the little mutants around here. Leave anything out in the open and they'll steal it, even if it's bugs. He looks at his tea. Morel, it's been fun, really, but I need a bath and I have deliveries to handle. When this tea is done, I gotta run. No need to apologize, Gary. You've been more than helpful. We'll have to take a rain check on that game of suzerainty, though. We're gonna follow this one through. The first man to break formation is always a blow on the leadership. It's bigger than he lets on.
Hello, officer.
Always a pleasure. I mean...
Yeah, you got nothing to say to you, huh? Gary was a piece of shit anyway, I don't really care.
Something you needed.
I thought I needed to say something to you. Okay, well I'm gonna try and... Oh no, I can't boil the shoes! I'm gonna have to wait another day, I think. Which is a little insane. I didn't want to do this. Composure is so different. Yeah, I want to get that one done. But, I guess for now, it's time to go to Kuno. And then hopefully it'll be evening enough to sing karaoke. I don't know, man. I don't know what to do. I don't want to wait until day 5, because day 5 makes me nervous. Oh god, I should also talk to you, shouldn't I? Hello, you little shit. What have you been doing with those insects? I didn't even know you could go across to the lock, my dude.
Does Kuno care?
You wouldn't happen to know anything about those missing locusts, would you? No, Kuno doesn't give a fuck about bugs. So he knows locusts are bugs. Oh my god! The little one seems distraught. I told you that shit is lame. Shut up, Steve. Now they're gonna take you to the lame prison. She sounds like she's about to cry out of disappointment at Kuno's newfound lameness. Now hold on. No one here is lame. Tell me what happened. Deny everything, Kuno! You need to lawyer up! Kuno's not going to say anything without his lawyer present. Well, who the fuck is your who's your lawyer? Okay. Find out the real reason why the trap was empty. Local kids might know. I'm guessing I can't talk to this little shit.
I'll die before I squeal, pig. I come from the woods, Kutta Vittu. You don't want to go there with me. You don't want to see what I've seen.
Don't be traumatizing, eh? Get the fuck out of here!
Well, I guess I will, because I got nothing else to do. That means I gotta go across to the other fucking place. It said local kids, which means Annette is a possibility, but I mean, she never goes outside, does she? But I'm gonna try, since she's the closest one, and I really don't want to have to go back across the lock for this. At least not until I have other reasons to go there. Annette, you know anything? Do you go to school with Kuno? Absolutely not. Ah!